All right, we're ending things here with WWE Day 1. I'm going to save the top 15 matches of 2021 for its own episode, so I can go a little bit into more detail. But yeah, so we started off by them telling us Roman Reigns has the COVID, which I'm so sick of this crap. Oh my god. I legit went from knowing nobody having it to about like legit 30 people having it. I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm over here checking myself like once a week at this point. So yeah, Roman has the COVID, and Brock is now in the WWE Championship match. Jesus, talk about the panic button here. We started off with the Usos versus New Day. I rolled my eyes. I'm just like, here we go with a 100th time. But hey, this was a fucking fantastic match. I was very, very happy with this match. It was really good, and I loved the finish. The finish was awesome. SmackDown tag team titles on the line. Kofi is getting jumped. Fucking diving tornado DDT by Kofi from the top rope to one of the Usos. That was cool. Woods has the honor roll for a near fall. We get the Woods marked me out here. I marked out for Woods, and everyone's probably was like, what the fuck? He hit a tilt-a-whirl Russian leg sweep, TNA style. Old AJ Styles. So fucking TNA. And then the motherfucker hits a cradle shock. I was like, oh my fucking god. I was like, are you kidding me? That was dope. We went for the tilt-a-whirl Russian leg sweep into the cradle shock. That was awesome. Whisper in the Wind by Jimmy. Super kick and then Uso splash. Kofi kicked out. I was shocked. I'm just so used to people losing to that combo. Tequila Sunrise to Kofi working that leg. Another double super kick to Kofi. Double Uso splash, but Woods makes the save at the last second. Woods does a dive, gets super kicked in the gut midair, and then the Usos come in, randomly hit the fucking 3D for the win. Great, awesome match, fantastic finish. I loved them busting out the 3D. I thought that was fucking awesome, and they won. If they would have kicked out the 3D, they were calling it the 1D for something. I forgot what they were calling it. Oh, one and done or some shit. If that's their new big finish, I'm totally down. Bubba Ray and Devon both said, fuck it, go for it, guys. If that's their new finish, I'm down as long as no one kicks out. You don't kick out the 3D. Especially they did it a little different here. I like the way they did it. But yeah, I gave this match the benefit of the doubt, and this was awesome. I thought this was fucking great. And yeah, the 3D really was the icing on the cake. Because they kicked out of all their shit, and I'm like, what the hell are they going to win with? You know what I mean? Yeah, so that was cool. We get Drew McIntyre versus Madcap Moss here. Okay, I walked into this match, and I was like on my phone 24/7. But it wasn't that bad. Drew hit the Drew special. He beat the shit out of this man. Corbin helps Madcap take control. I really like how Madcap hits the rope. This dude hits the rope with some fucking intensity. I would love to see him develop the fucking lariat or something as his finisher or some shit like that. I think that would be fucking cool. But yeah, he hit the rope. He hit the double springboard. He ran the rope twice and then fucking shoulder tackle the hell out of Drew. Drew's not a small man either, so that should let you know right there. Drew takes control again with a sky high. Madcap Moss crashes into Drew midair. He catches Drew midair, I meant to say, and hits a last call. Future Shock DDT for a near fall. Goes for the Claymore. Madcap gets out the way. He runs the ropes again. Drew runs the ropes opposite way. Claymore to the face. 1, 2, 3. Solid match. It didn't insult me. It didn't go like, oh my god, you know what I'm saying? It was whatever at that point. Street Profits versus RK Bro for the Raw Tag Team titles. This was a match I also wasn't interested in seeing, but it made it a little interesting because Montez Ford Montez Ford was acting very much like a heel, and then that kind of intrigued me a little bit because I always said they would do so much better as heels. Migos came out with Randy and Riddle. They both hate Soulja Boy, so this is kind of perfect. They all hit the Orton douche pose, which is hilarious. Street Profits with the Randy Orton pose also. The pose is where it's at. I've been doing the pose in all my pictures. Street Profits with a Randy pose again. Twisting butterfly suplex by Dawkins. What does he call it? The silencer. It's a good move. I've always loved that move. Like I said, I really like the Street Profits working heel. It's better for them. Double draping DDT by Randy. Crazy over the post dive by Ford on both men. Riddle hits a flapjack into Randy, catching Ford with an RKO. Great finish. Kind of another version of a 3D. Yeah, but that's a great finish there. Love the finish. This match turned pretty decent. I don't think this pay-per-view was as bad as people make it. It was okay. It didn't overstay its welcome. Drew has legitimate neck issues, and he was taken out backstage by Corbin and Madcap. They put a chair on his neck and dropped this gigantic heavy thing on it. It looked very brutal. This is something that I don't want to see Drew come back with right away, or be on TV next week with a neck brace and just be like, yo. But this was actually brutal. I hope he's back in time for Mania. I definitely see him being the one challenging Roman now since, everything changed. We get The Miz versus Edge. This is definitely the weakest Edge match we've had, but it was alright. It's The Miz. The Miz is very hit or miss these days. But Edge comes out with the Brood entrance. This needs to stay, bro. He should do this at every big pay-per-view. He does the Ring of Fire. The Brood music alone is worth it. It was awesome. Maurice keeps getting involved, and Edge with a draping Scorpion Death Drop. That was cool for a near fall. Edge tried to do a lot of cool new moves here. Execution on the outside by Edge. And he did the old split one, the old SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 one. The winning Edge threw the announce table, but the announce table didn't break. I am the table. Edge finally locked in the crossface. He's been trying to lock in this crossface 175,000 times in the beginning of the match. Double boot. Both men take each other out. Edge with a top rope hip toss. That's fucking weird. I don't. Of all the moves he chose to do, he chose a hip toss, but whatever. Maurice with a slap to Edge and then a skull crushing finale, and Edge kicks out. That was very close. I actually kind of bit there a little bit. Beth Phoenix comes out, but it's just standing there. So this is the part everyone was kind of laughing. So Beth Phoenix comes out and she's just growling and making faces and growling and angry and grr and roar. And then her music hits and then she's able to move. She does not move until her music hits. And the only thing I could think of was fucking Vampira. I think it was Triple Mania. Play the fucking music. Play my fucking music. And he's just standing there and he won't move until they play his music. And play the fucking music. And then they play the music and then Vampiro moves. That's exactly what I thought with Beth Phoenix. I wish he just would have said it. Just play the fucking music. That would have been fucking awesome. But yeah, this is weird. That she distracts Miz. Edge with a spear for the win. I guess we're getting that mixed tag. Hopefully at Rumble and not at Mania. This is not a Mania quality match. And I've enjoyed a lot of Edge's matches since he's come back. The trilogy with Rollins was probably his best. The triple threat with Daniel Bryan and Roman was fucking awesome. Yeah, I've enjoyed Edge's comeback. His promo game has been good. People insulted the match with Randy, but I liked it because it's nostalgic for me. Because I'm just like, man, I fucking love these guys. But yeah, definitely the weakest of Edge's matches. Liv Morgan versus Becky Lynch, WWE Raw Women's title. All these poor suckers that thought Liv Morgan was going to win this title. Liv Morgan is going to be forgotten about now, sadly, because I want her to win. 201 by Morgan right at the start. That's her kind of side code breaker deal. Liv keeps going for this Ring of Saturn gimmick. This is her new gimmick. Becky is getting super cocky, nice back and forth. I'm happy for Liv. She gets a big pay-per-view match with Becky Lynch. So Liv with a dive through the rope. Liv with a top rope double knees to her arm. That was cool. Kind of like that old Del Rio move. Back to the Rings of Saturn again. Liv goes for the Oblivion. And Becky fucks up the finish here. So Becky reverses the Oblivion into the rock bottom, her Mac handle slam. And Becky with she was trying to reach the ropes to cheat again. She couldn't quite reach it with her feet. So she ended up just beating Liv clean. So basically, Liv cannot complain. Liv can't say anything now. Liv can't be like, hey, you cheated, because no, she didn't. You got beat clean off the reversal. Legit. You just rock bottom. That's it. Done. But this was a good showcase for Liv. I feel like Liv has been having some very good matches. And she's got a lot of supporters. She's got a lot of people that like her. So that's good for her. Like I said, I see a lot of potential in Liv. Johnny Knoxville enters himself into the Royal Rumble. I forgot there's a Jackass movie coming out, which I'm excited for. And yeah, I think the Jackass movie comes out a week before or a week after the Royal Rumble. So it kind of makes sense. People are like, oh my God, he's taking a spot off somebody. I'm like, whatever. They don't have a roster big enough for the Royal Rumble anymore. Main event time. Big E versus Bork Laser versus Kevin Steen versus Tyler Black versus Bob Lashley. Sorry, I meant to say Big E Langston. So, I have not been a big fan of Big E's title run. Honestly, Lashley should have never lost it. Let's be honest here. This should have been the reign of the Almighty. Big E's title run has been lackluster because he's still with the New Day jokes, and I don't like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's been putting in some good... Like, that match he had with McIntyre, I think, was pretty good. And the steel cage match with Bobby Lashley, I like. Like, I like Big E as a wrestler. He's actually really cool. Title run, though, as a New Day joke, Like, I know he's probably sick and tired of hearing this, but dude, you gotta turn serious. This New Day stuff has to end. Like, it needs to end. You can still be part of the group, but you acting a little bit more seriously would not kill him. Also, they want to disrespect Big E even more. This man didn't even come out last, and he's the champion. Bork Laser came out last. So, fatal 5-way for the WWE Championship. Brock is going nuts, beating the shit out of Seth and Kevin, suplex sitting on both of them. Spear through the barricade by Bobby to Brock. I like the whole time how Brock never once got an offensive move on Bobby Lashley, but Bobby Lashley whooped his ass. Frog splash to the floor to Brock by Kevin. Then he goes for another frog splash, but Brock blocks it, but then out of nowhere you see Seth hit the high fly flow. Steel steps to the face of Brock after that. Kevin and Seth are working together as much as they can. Big E with a rock bottom through the announce table to Bobby. DDT on the steel steps to Brock. F5 to Seth. F5 to Big E. F5 to Kevin. Bobby comes in with a spear. Then he locks in the Hurt Lock. F5 to Big E. And Brock wins the championship. What the fuck? I did not see that coming. I'll tell you that. I thought for sure Big E was going to retain. Or my dream of Kevin or Seth winning. Or even the Almighty getting the title back. But yeah. I guess. Yeah, that's it. That's very strange. So, like, we're just going to abandon plans? Is Brock going to be a transitional champion? That doesn't make much sense. Do you do another Fatal 5-Way? I feel like they changed the titles as a big I'm sorry for losing the Roman match, honestly. That's why I'm trying not to be like, what the fuck, too much. I feel like they just had to be like, let's give them a surprise because we basically, we lost Roman. We lost a big conclusion to their match, honestly. So I feel like they did that just to get a big, like, holy shit moment. Like, I remember the time they put the title on Big Show when they advertised Steve Austin, and Steve Austin wasn't there, and they just gave the title to Big Show as a big, like, whoa. Or should I say, well. But, yeah. I feel like that's the reason they did that. And, I'm trying not to be like, oh my God, about it. Because I feel like they got put in a very hard situation. So, I'm just going to chalk it up to that. I'm going to chalk it up to, you know what? Roll with it and just give me Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship. If I was them, I would just fucking roll with it. You know how happy I would be to get Bork Laser and Bobby Lashley? I have been waiting for that match for way too long. So I would not be hurt if they just said fuck it or have a unification match, which I'd rather have one world champion, but at the same time, having two world champions is, I feel like you need to, because people like Big E or people like even Lashley, I don't think would have got a shot for the WWE Championship if he wasn't like that. But I wouldn't be minding a unification match. But yeah, I thought this was a decent show. It was a 2-match show, but I thought the other matches weren't as bad as people say. Like, that's the thing. People like to hate on WWE, and I am the number one person to criticize WWE, but not every show they bat is horrible. Like, this was okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the Usos and New Day was awesome. Drew and Madcap was whatever. It was decent. I wasn't insulted. Street Profits and RK Bro became a better match because the heelness. Miz and Edge started off decent, but then kind of got kind of meh. And then, Beth Phoenix, Grr face. Liv and Becky was good until the botch. And the main event was solid. So I'm just like, I'm not really going to hate on this too much. But yeah, that's it for me. I'll catch you guys next time. You use Skate92 for all the social medias. Wales Talks Wrestling, where all podcasts can be heard. And yeah, the next episode is going to be the top 10 matches, top 15. I keep getting it wrong. Top 15 matches of 2021. That's it for me. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out. We have another big week next week also.